So there's almost no limit to what you can do online. The internet makes it possible to access information quickly, communicate around the world, and much more. Unfortunately, the internet is also home to certain risks. Like you might be knowing, there are many risks also available. It's not only a clear channel or anything for you to just watch and just go out of it. There are many other things, risks like malware, spam, and phishing. If you want to stay safe online, you will need to understand these risks and learn how to avoid them also. So the best way of avoiding these things, like not get into that, not get into the trap, keep your passwords and keep your all sorts of videos and whatever you are downloading and everything, keep it risk free for you, okay, and for others too, because once you are going to school and all, it will be like overall it will be seen or can not be handled. So the ICT team and all the IT teams, everyone are doing very much for you people to be safe and others also. Okay, so with that, according to that or based to that, there are some norms and regulations which the students have to follow. Okay, norms and regulations, and the policies also has been made with adhere to that. So these norms and regulations you have to follow, and you have to make sure that, and you declare that yes, I am aware of these things, and if anything happens of those kind from my side, yes, I will be totally responsible for that. Okay, so I'll just share the policy with you. Just we will go through the policy, and you can see in that what all points are there. So please make yourself safe for those things and be ready for these things, like not going into the other websites, not giving up your passwords to others, and creating problems and disturbance for the class. Okay. I hope everyone can see this. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this policy has been developed to ensure that all young people in Indian School Fujairah, that is people like you, me, staff, everyone, are working together to safeguard and promote the welfare of children and young people. This policy has been ratified by the governing body at the meeting on September 2020. E-safety is a safeguarding issue, not an ICT issue, and all members of the school community have a duty to be aware of e-safety at all times, to know the required procedures and to act on them. Okay, so the behavior management committee member, on their absence, the authorized member of the staff for e-safety has the ultimate responsibility for safeguarding and promoting the welfare of pupils in their care. So the purpose of e-learning in school is to help raise educational standards, promote pupil achievement, support the professional work of staff, as well as enhance the school's management information and business administration system. The internet is an essential element in 21st century life for education, business, and social interaction, and the school has a duty to provide children and young people with quality access as part of their learning experience. A risk assessment will be carried out before children and young people are allowed to use new technology in schools and settings. Okay, so all the risk facilities, everything will be mentioned to, and you have to adhere. You have to pass through it, all the norms and regulation you should be aware before you come to school. These are the roles and responsibilities of the heads and the Indian School Fujairah, what they will be doing. That is the ICT based. Yes, children will be educated in the effective use of the internet in research, including the skills of knowledge, location, retrieval, and evaluation. Children will be encouraged to ask questions what they read and to seek confirmation of matters of fact from more than one source. They will be taught research techniques, including the use of subject catalogs and search engines, and encouraged to question the validity, currency, and origins of information. Children also be taught that copying material is worth little without an appropriate commentary, demonstrating the selectivity used and evaluating the material significance. That means whatever you're downloading and everything, it is all reserved. You can't download anything what you need. The permission has to be taken before. Pupils will be taught to acknowledge the source of information used and to respect copyright when using internet material in their own work. Okay, managing this developing good practice in internet use as a tool for teaching and learning is essential. The school internet access will be designed expressly for people use and will include filtering appropriate to the age of the children. Pupils will be taught that internet use is acceptable and what is not, and given clear objectives for internet use. Teachers will guide pupils in online activities that will support the learning outcomes planned for the pupils' age and maturity. Pupils will be taught what to do if they experience material that they find distressful, uncomfortable, and or threatening. If staff or pupils discover unsuitable sites, that is the URL address and all, the content must be reported to the internet service provider via the. So if you come across any of these sorts of things, you can, at the same moment, you can register the thing or can approach to the ICT head or any other class teacher who is there with you. Managing emails and all, there is personal email on the pupil email will be restricted. Access in school to external email accounts may be blocked. Email should be authorized before sending to an external organization. Just a letter written on school headed note paper would be. Incoming email should be monitored and attachment should not be opened unless the author is known. Various policies based on that, everything is there. Social networking and chat rooms. People will not access social networking. People will be taught the importance of personal safety when using social networking sites and chat rooms out of school. Pupils will not be allowed to access public or unregulated chat rooms. Pupils will not be allowed to use regulated educational chat environments, and use will be supervised. New groups will be blocked unless an educational need can be demonstrated. People will be advised to use nicknames and avatars when using social networking sites out of school. That is now for ours. This we are using. No? We are using our name and we are putting 11C, 11 commerce, 11 science. So like that's the nicknames we are using for that. Use of mobile phones devices for any voice or text communication is not permitted during instructional time. Mobile phone devices may be used as directed by school personnel. Otherwise, mobile phones must be turned off or muted during the instructional time. The misuse of permissible electronic devices in the manner distracting devices are deemed distracting to the educational environments. Yeah, the school will maintain a current record of all staff and pupils who are allowed to access to the school's ICT systems. Okay, so when you're logging in and everything, that all will be monitored and logbook is being maintained. Parents, guardians will be asked to sign and return the school's form setting that they have read and understood the school's acceptable use document. So these all papers will be sent to you. Staff will supervise access to the internet from the school site for all pupils. Then photography, video and audio technology. When not in use, all video conferencing cameras will be switched off and turned towards the wall. Photographic or video technology will not be used in changing rooms or toilets. Staff only use photographic or video technology to support school visits and appropriate curriculum activities can be seen. Assessing risks. Introducing the policy to people. That is what I am doing now. All the rules and everything will be introduced to you. Okay, responsible internet use covering both school and home use will be included in the curriculum. Pupils will be instructed in responsible and safe use for being allowed access to the internet and will be reminded of the rules and risks before any lesson using the internet. Pupils will be informed that internet use will be closely monitored and that misuse will dealt with appropriately. So any misuse if you do, the complaint will be gone. So these are the parents and guardian support also what we need for that. Parents' responsibility, the students' responsibility is there for digital citizenship. Follow all school and class rules for using technology. Act responsibly to all, both online and face-to-face. Collaborate in positive ways that help you learn. Use technology to support an inclusive school community. So This is what I have done. In a nutshell, the policy is being read out to you. So before joining the school, you make yourself very much clear that what all you have to do and what you don't have to. So many there will be don'ts like not visiting any site. Many things are there. So make it sure this all happens. This all is clear with you, and whatever the teacher or the school is sending you as a survey or anything, please adhere to it and give a clear declaration for that you have accepted and you have read the following things very clearly, you have understood it very properly. Okay, and if you have any doubts regarding this, you can approach to the class teacher or any section head. Then, if you have any misconduct or as many misbehavior have you seen, or if you want to approach your any teacher, anything you have to say, if you're facing any problem, so there is behavior management committee is there. So for the girls, it is me, and for the boys, it is Sandeep sir. So you can approach them also if you need any type of assistance regarding that. Am I clear? Thank you, children.